I would love to hear your process for creating the playlist for Queens of the Stone Age for Katja, and how you sort of got her emotion within their songs.
It's finding the right music in a very early stage is always very important for me, that I have an access to my own material, an emotional access, because music is all about emotions. And I was looking for what is the right tone for this, and the tone, it has to be something which is melancholic and aggressive on the same time. And I was like, okay, that's Queen's music, you know. So I made up this list of certain songs through all the Queen's albums, and I gave the playlist to Diane. It was an instinctive thought, you know, of songs, and Diane immediately responded to it, very positive. You know what I like? She wasn't, I hate the music, you know. It was not like that at all. You know, it was like she said it felt right. And so I get in touch with Josh Homme, and I told him, like, hey, I'm this filmmaker from Germany, and I'm doing this film. It's a bit tiny, and it's about this and that. And he said, can you send me the film? So I sent him the very rough cut, and he immediately liked the film a lot. And he asked me, like, does the score has to be rock? I said, Josh, do whatever you feel is right. And he did, and I think he made the perfect soundtrack for it.
Absolutely. On a film set, is the director always right?
98%, yes.
What about the other 2%?
The other 2%, I feel like sometimes an actor has an instinct, and does, you know, goes against the instinct of the director, and when you propose it, it turns out sometimes the actor's right, you know. But I would always first go with the director's instinct, and then you can just sort of fine tune maybe.
Fatih, do you have any instances where there was a scene and Diane suggested one other way and how it worked? I mean, are you sort of married to one idea, or are you very fluid in terms of how you approach like a filming day?
I work fluidly. I work very close with my actors, and I don't know everything, you know. It's like, I would say, I don't know, I don't have the impression it's 98%. You know, I think it's less, you know. And I don't mean it as a humble thing. I mean it as it is, you know. It's like, I mean, for me, working on a set is, I like every aspect of it. I like the technical aspect, I like the camera, I like the writing, I like, you know, the breaks, to do the food. But what I like the most on a set to work on is with the actors. That's the thing, how everything started for me, you know. That's the thing what interests me the most, you know. And here I really had an exchange, you know, that I came up with half an idea and Diane has half an idea, and together we make one idea out of it, which is right. There was, in the very last shot of the trial of the film, where these tracking back and zooming in shot, you know, that was like, I had the idea that Diane has to act as different than what she's doing in the film, you know. And because the technical element of that shot was so difficult, we need 7, 8 takes, and maybe Diane was tired of that emotion. I don't know, I don't remember, but she felt like it doesn't feel right. She said after the 12th or 13th take, she said, can I suggest something? I would like to do it different. I would like to do nothing. I was like, yeah, go ahead. And she made it, and the moment, first of all, that was the best take in case of technically, you know, and it was like a spiritual thing. It was like, that was right, because she gave the right emotion, the camera filmed it in the right way. I believe in these things, you know. So I said, I saw her attitude, her idea, and I used it for the whole last part of the film, you know, what she gave in there. Yeah, so it was more than 98%, I tell you.
Well. So even on
less. It was less than 98%. Good.
Even under ideal circumstances, everybody has days where, even if they love a project, it gets to be a lot. You know, different things happen, life happens. So what keeps you going with something, with a project, even when it seems like the universe is sort of against you? which tends to happen even with something that you love, what keeps you going with a project? Even when it seems like there's all these things in your way, and you stay with it.
There's a tiny little voice in your ear, you know. It really is there, and you know, everybody can say I don't like the screenplay, and I don't think it's bankable. You know, I don't think anybody will see it. I hear these things, especially from this film, you know, based on that screenplay. I heard that a lot from very close people around me. But there's an inner voice, you know, when those people cannot touch this voice, then you know it's right, and then you go on. Sometimes if they can touch this voice, you know, they may be right, and you start to be...
Question it.
Yeah.
Well, once you're committed to a project, you know, you're sort of in it. There's no way of having a bad day. I think at least the times when I've been on a film set and I felt like, you know, the movie's not going to be great, or the director is not all that great, or I don't know, whatever you can feel in that moment, it's your duty to try and elevate it as much as you can. You know, there's never been a moment in my life on a set where I felt like giving up. You always try, and it doesn't always work out. We all know that some movies come out better than others, but you have to try. Like sometimes even harder because of it, you know.